In question 21, we're given the following diagram here, and we're told that it shows a section through an alveolus. So we're told that gas is diffused through the alveolar and capillary walls. So before we get to the question, let's quickly remind ourselves of what's going on here. We have fresh air coming into the alveoli compared to the capillaries, which have red blood cells flowing through them, and these capillaries have already supplied the rest of the body with oxygen, and therefore they'll be bearing little oxygen, but will be bearing a lot of carbon dioxide, which is the byproduct of aerobic respiration. So therefore, if this consists of blood that's passed through a lot of aerobically respiring tissue, it'll have low oxygen and high carbon dioxide. So in the process of diffusion, this carbon dioxide will diffuse into the alveolus where it will be breathed out. That's why there's a higher composition of CO2 in your exhaling breath than your inhaling breath. And O2 from the air in the alveolus would therefore diffuse across the capillary and alveolar walls into these red blood cells. So bearing that in mind, we need to work out which of these rows, A through F, correspond to the concentrations of these various things in the columns. So rather than going through the details of each individual row, we know that all of them consist of some iteration of high or low in the case of each of these substances at various points. So let's work through this. Is the concentration of oxygen in the alveolus here, going to be high or low? Well, we know that it contains air from the outside world, and therefore it will be high relative to the oxygen in these red blood cells from the capillaries which have already supplied the rest of the body. So the oxygen will be high. Moving on to oxygen in the capillary, we know it will therefore be low since it's already supplied the body. Moving on to carbon dioxide in the alveolus, well, carbon dioxide in the alveolus is going to be low since it reflects the atmospheric level of carbon dioxide, which will be lower than the amount in the capillary, which bears blood that's been aerobically respired and generated more carbon dioxide that way. So carbon dioxide in the alveolus will be low, reflecting atmospheric air, whereas because of aerobic respiration, the carbon dioxide in the capillary will be high. So we have our answer, high, low, low, high, and that corresponds to row D. So we can say our answer is row D.